Dang y'all, it's freaking cold in here. Happy New Year's to you guys. We've had some snow, so I've been a little slow at getting my videos back out. And it's been too cold for me to actually work. My feet are cold right now. So I decided that we need to get back going. Cold or not, we're going to do it. So we got a new little project. It's super cold. It's right at, let's see, 32 degrees in here. And I'm fixing to open the doors because I don't know if it's any warmer outside, but can't be much different. Here she is. We picked up a 35 5-window coupe. Let's see if we can get her backed out. She's got a flat tire up there. We need to get that thing aired up. And we'll get this thing backed out so we can take a good look at it. Show you what we're going to do to it. Got a little bit of damage here on the tail pan. We're going to get another one of those, get it going. Anyway, let's see if we can pull it out and get it fired up and pull it out of here. I despise this cold weather. I'd rather be sweating. Alright, let's air up that tire. See a little bit of antifreeze down there underneath the car. It's been like 0 degrees. So it's been super cold for last week. It warmed up one day to like 55 in the middle of a snow. And then the next day it was like 18. So I guess it's just like Oklahoma. If you don't like the weather, just stick around a little while, it'll change. That'll work. See if the other one's low over there. We'll see if we can get her fired up. She's been having some problems. For some reason, it's kind of weird the way that it's wired, but it's been converted to 12 volt with an alternator. But for some reason, the battery won't spin the starter over very well. Every now and again, intermittently. So I've been putting the charger on there with the start function on it, and that ends up kicking it over pretty good, so it'll fire it up. So give her a try again. Battery's been charging up for a little bit. See if she'll kick off. There she is. She's smoking just a little bit. We're gonna see if we can take care of that. I think most of that is because I've got the choke on, keeping her going. But she looks pretty good. Smoking a little bit. Been setting for a couple weeks. looks pretty darn good. All right, let's do a little walk around, guys. 35 Ford 5-window coupe. Pretty much all original. You see the somebody painted all the spokes white with red wheels. Just ugly. But it's in pretty good shape. It's not bad. It's got some damage right back here on the tail pan, which we're gonna get a new tail pan piece and fix. And a couple extra holes in it. Not too bad. It's got a little bit of rust in the back floor. The inside's pretty nice. Not bad. Somebody, I guess my buddy John that I got the car from, patched some of the holes here in the floor. We're gonna see if we can go through those. Someone added a 39 banjo on it with the original 35 horn button, which we'll replace that with a stock steering wheel. They got a bunch of extra switches in here and some extra gauges underneath, and you can see how they wired the battery right straight through the floorboard, which I don't really care for. And what they were trying to do is, the guy that John got this car from was about to pass away, so the guys were really trying to get it together, and they just kind of threw the wiring together to get it working so they could get it fired up and take the guy for a ride one last time. And that's where they left it. So they ended up putting some hanging pedals here, which I don't really care for. They torched a hole in the floor there underneath the pedal, so I'm going to fix all that. I've got stock pedals for it and another floor piece, so I'll replace all that. Got a, looks like a 39 trans in it, and the old shifter, man, it goes all the way up, hits the dash. You can bust your knuckles on that all the way. Look at there. So yeah, you got to watch it. Anyway, the plans are to get it cleaned up. We've got this stock seat. This is out of John's old Roadster. He put it in there, so for temporary. But we've got the stock seat. We're gonna redo it along with headliner and door panels and such, and repaint the dash. It looks really presentable. We got new tires coming. The wheels will get powder coated black. Show you the motor real quick. Scratching everything up. It's got a nice little 59 AB in it, and apparently John seemed to think that it had been rebuilt. I don't know if it has or not, but it's been smoked. He said it had been setting for 15 years. That's what it was. It had been rebuilt, but it had been setting for 15 years, and they were getting a little bit of air up in the top of the radiator. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that motor out and pull it apart, check everything. The trans has got a little bit of clutch chatter when you release it, and it's hard to get it in gear, so I'm going to adjust that stuff and make sure the flywheel's good and clean, and take the master cylinder off the firewall that doesn't belong there, and just, you know, rework it a little bit. It's really dirty right now from setting, but it's a pretty decent little car. I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm gonna try to get the back window working, all the back panels in there, the headliner and all that. Replace the steering wheel. It's got brand new tail lights on it. We're gonna get it all rewired. It's actually got a trunk too. And all the goodies are in the trunk. There's the seat, the header panel, some wiring up there. There's a spare tire ring, bunch of other goodies up in there, so that's pretty helpful. When you get ready to redo all these old cars like this, it's good to have all that original stuff, because what ends up happening when you ended up taking a car like this and start redoing it and change. I want to put this kind of column in and these kind of pedals. You end up having to engineer parts that weren't engineered for these cars. So the best thing you can do is just stick with stock original style. So that's why I'm putting the stock pedals back in, and we'll actually probably use that master cylinder because it works the brakes right now just fine. I'll just move it down below the floor and let the original mechanical brake pedal work the new master cylinder or that master cylinder. So it makes it a lot easier when you're putting a car back together and you're not having to engineer all this stuff. You end up losing momentum when you're having to engineer a part onto a car that never was supposed to be there, you know what I mean? So I always try to tell people, hey, stick with, if it's 35 Ford, stick with 35 Ford stuff. It just makes it easier. So what we'll end up doing is we'll go through the car and we'll clean it up, polish it out. The fenders are actually, if you look at them, they look, and they're pretty shiny. They're just dirty, so they need to be polished, but the body's a little bit flatter. But I'm gonna see if I can polish that out maybe a little bit. And we'll, like I said, we'll get the wheels will be black, gloss black with new Firestones on there. And we're gonna do a drop axle. We'll get a drop axle from one of our buddies and drop it in there. But just wanted to show you guys the new little project. Hopefully we'll be getting this and going pretty soon, pretty quick. Hopefully it'll warm up and it won't be freezing out here. But just wanted to show you. I was pretty excited about it. I like the little car. It sounds good when it fires up. It doesn't have any mufflers on it, so we'll end up putting some mufflers on it, fixing a few things on it, and then we'll probably have it for sale. So see if we can get it sold for. We've got a potential client already, which is good. I hope it works out for him. But we'll get her going and get her sent down the road. So anyway, guys, if you want to support the channel, go over to the website, grab a hat, grab a shirt if you want, or grab both. Under the merch section on the website, that's where you'll find the steering box flanges, the motor mount pieces that I do, and the brake line tabs that I've started selling. So yep, check it out. It's cold. I gotta go get warmed up. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. See y'all later.